Welcome back to the Pokemon Black No Experience run. There's only one member of the Elite Four left, and I think we all know who it is. It is time for revenge! Yes, revenge. Against the one most foul. The one who haunted my nightmares for so long after I beat her the first time. Ah! Vengeance shall be done. But first we have to heal. And we are definitely going to warn Ignis for this fight and delete as well. Metagross is going to be very, very useful here. You know what, I'll just go ahead and heal up an extra HP. It's not like it'll really matter, but I guess it's alright. So, let's just go ahead and check out Volcarona here. We've got Bug Buzz, good. Let's just check our PP situation. Metagross's Meteor Mash is looking a little low, but other than that, everyone else is relatively fine for PP. I think I can go one more fight without having to heal PP. After this, I am definitely healing, because I definitely want to be at full PP before the champion. But I'm going to go one more fight without PP restoration. Again though, I might have wanted to just Leper Berry Metagross's Meteor Mash, because seriously, that could be a little low, especially considering just how unlucky I've been with it missing. But anyway, here she is. At last, we meet again. Things shall be different this time, Caitlin. This time, vengeance will be mine. And I decided to randomly heal a couple of HP just there for, I don't know why. Okay, let's do this. The thing about Caitlin I probably should mention here, there are some people who think she may have been modelled off Rachel Alucard from Blaze Blue in terms of her personality. I guess that kinda makes sense. For some reason, in terms of her voice, I kinda picture her sounding like Elizabeth from Persona 3. I'm not sure why, I just sorta do. But anyway, it is on. Time to die, Caitlin! So, here's one very good thing about Caitlin. She leads with a Musharna. This Musharna cannot touch you at all if you have a substitute. Its sole form of damage is Dream Eater. And if you've got a substitute up, well, guess what? No Hypnosis for you! Well, it would have missed anyway, but oh well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and Bug Buzz this thing. I was trying to get through this thing without using Quiver Dance. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to one-shot. Oh, just barely. And... yes! Yes! Spam Hypnosis like the useless fool that you are. And you know what? You know how I said before that I was going to try and get through this without having to spam Quiver Dance? Well, guess what? I'm going to make an exception. Because Caitlin deserves it! Yes! Yes! And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get through her with just one Quiver Dance. I don't need no spamming. Only one Quiver Dance is gonna be enough to take down her whole team. Yes! Well, I'm kind of not so glad to see that Musharna go because it was an easy setup fodder, but yes! Die! Flamethrower is going to hit a little bit harder on this Sigilyph because Bug Buzz is not going to be super effective. Hope take this thing out in one hit, and yeah! Critical hit! Oh yes, the bastard totally deserves it. Metagross, now this is interesting. This is a new Pokemon that Caitlin has added to her team. It's actually her highest level too. So Caitlin is one of the only member of the Elite Four to change their signature Pokemon in the rematch. Of course, none of this matters because it burns to the ground with Flamethrower! And now, Reuniclus. This thing with Thunder caused me so much trouble before, but now, I have a super strong Bug type. What do you think about that? And I thought it would survive with my HP, but it didn't. And now Gothitelle, which has been oh so unceremoniously demoted from her highest level Pokemon. And yes, you can frisk me all you want, revealing the expert belt of your destruction. Goodbye, Gothitelle! Bet you didn't see that future coming! Grontog, yet another of Caitlin's new Pokemon. And yet another one where we can simply Burn it into oblivion with flamethrower! Yes! Yes! Burn! Burn! Caitlyn has been defeated and vengeance has been achieved! Yes! Yes! Oh man, that felt good. Finally relaxed now. My nightmares are over. Wait, what's that you say? Oh, fine. I'll fight Caitlyn legit. So, yeah, I'm not one to break my promises after all. I did promise that we would get through this without spamming Quiver Dance, and, well, we're gonna try. So, time to actually fight Caitlyn properly this time. And for this, I have switched Bones into the front of my party. Because, well, this thing actually can't do anything to me. Again, its only form of damage is Dream Eater, and even if it does Hypnosis me to sleep, Dream Eater won't do anything. In fact, I'm not even sure if Hypnosis affects Dark types, considering it's a Psychic move. It might, because sometimes status moves affect... Well, then again, Thunder Wave doesn't affect Ground types, so maybe Hypnosis does not affect Dark types. The main thing here is Toxic. Now, unfortunately, this Mashana is kind of annoying because Synchronized. So that means that I'm poisoned as well, and because Bones is a very bulky Pokemon, and I guess we're not going to find out if Hypnosis affects me at all, because I missed anyway, I'm not going to like being poisoned. Oh yes, a wonderful time certainly is about to start. I remember all those wonderful times I had with you before, but I got full heals, I may as well... What?! Okay, yeah, this caught me completely by surprise. I honestly did not see that coming. It never occurred to me that Caitlyn would do that. Now, the thing about this Reuniclus is, Reuniclus has Magic Guard. This means that Toxic is useless against it. Well, it's not so much useless, but it's that you use Toxic on it, it will still hit and poison it, but poison won't do anything. If anything, it's kind of bad because it's going to be immune to other statuses. And I switched Curative here because I knew that a Thunder was coming. Oh yes, I remember that move very well from the original battle with Caitlyn. Ooh, Focus Blast. That could have been very bad if that had hit. Very, very bad. So I'm lucky to have avoided that. I probably would have survived, but it would have been cutting it close. Sigilyph now, though. This thing should hopefully go down to an Ice Beam. I really didn't feel there was much Flash Cannon. Okay, that's surprising, and that's going to be super effective. Probably won't KO me, though. So yeah, I was actually honestly expecting... Well, not honestly expecting, I didn't feel the need to use Glaciate against that Reuniclus, because, well, Reuniclus is one of the most famous Trick Room users of all time, so obviously it's very, very slow. And I'm going to switch out of this Bronzong, because I really, honestly, I could go in for my Bronzong, actually. Or I could just go in for Delete. Now, I may be about to attempt something stupid here, so just forgive past me for this stupidity. But believe me, I did have a plan here. I was wondering whether or not this Bronzong was heat-proof or levitate. And I'm about to test this. Really, there was no reason for me not to, because... Yep, it has levitate. Okay, that's good to know. If it didn't, I could easily take this thing out, but as it stands, it wasn't that much of a threat to me anyway, so I really didn't feel like it was that much of a risk trying it out. But, yeah, it didn't have that. Yeah, if it had heat-proof... Because I was wondering, because... Volcarona had +1 special attack. I probably would have one-shot at it even if it did have heat-proof. So, I couldn't really be certain which ability it did have. And you never know with AI Bronzongs. Of course, wouldn't it be amazing if Bronzong was like it was in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, where it had both abilities? That would be kind of stupid, though. I mean, pretty overpowered. So yeah, I can feel safe burning this Bronzong, considering that it doesn't have heat-proof. Speaking of things I can feel safe burning, I probably would be able to do this with the Metagross, but hey, I want to minimize the use of my Volcarona because I already gave him enough screen time in, before. Giga Impact, okay. So once again, I'll just reiterate that Caitlyn is the only member of the Elite Four who's changed her strongest Pokemon, and that is the case in Black and White too as well. In normal mode, she doesn't have a Metagross, but in challenge mode, every member... Speaking of Earthquake on Levitate users, kind of funny that now you're going for exactly the same thing you said mirrored. Metagross using Earthquake on Bronzong to check which ability it has, and failing. Now, the thing is, I now know that it's not above using Earthquake against me while, again, not above using Earthquake against me. So, I don't feel safe switching in Metagross because I could be going straight into an Earthquake, which would be bad. Instead, I'm going to go out to Whirlwind here. Now, if it decides to be funny with me and not use Earthquake, okay, thank you. And now I feel safe switching in to Metagross because it's probably not going to use Earthquake. Probably, but it did. That was bizarre. I honestly don't know what's up with Caitlin's AI, but usually they don't use Earthquake if they're up against a flying type. So here's the thing, you're about to witness something very special with this Metagross. Bullet Punch, when it knows it can Earthquake me. Zen Headbutt, which is quad resisted and activates my Rocky Helmet, whereas Earthquake will not. This Metagross, for some reason, is the single dumbest Metagross in the history of everything. And she's gonna pull Restore, isn't she? Yep, she did, okay. This Metagross, I honestly don't know why. This is one of those few times where I kind of wish I was doing live commentary here, because my reaction to seeing what this Metagross was doing while I was fighting it live was basically, dude, seriously? Like, really? Really? What the hell are you doing? My Reflect is gone. Earthquake could potentially kill me here. Why aren't you using it? Why are you using a resisted low power move that activates my Rocky Helmet? Why? It makes no sense for you to do this. Well, I mean, I'll totally take it because, well, I mean, this is Caitlin and I'd like her to go as well as possible. Oh, you see, Flatter I definitely think should have been on Jaywitz's list of top 10 worst Pokemon moves of all time. It really... And another Meteor Mash miss. Are you guys keeping count? I've lost count of them by now, but yeah. And I basically decided to Rage Switch here because I'm not risking another Meteor Mash miss. I'm gonna go back into you and... and see if I can get off a line screen. I probably won't. No, I'm definitely not going to be able to. Yeah, goodbye Hemingway. Sorry about that. But, wasn't really going to do much anyway. And I needed to switch out of the confusion anyway. It just, Flatter, I really don't see what the point is with Flatter. I mean, at least with Swagger, you are making it so they hurt themselves more if they hit themselves. But Flatter, why? Raising special attack has nothing to do with confusion. At worst, you're flat out helping the opponent if they're a special attacker. At best, you're doing nothing. There's really... Oh, and speaking of help, I got an attack boost there, which is kind of cool, but it's not really going to help me because I already two-shot this thing. Once again, Meteor Miss. Meteor Miss should probably be called that. What is it with moves with Meteor in their name and missing? Because Draco Meteor tends to miss for me all the time too. Oh, why? Meteor Mash has had pretty much 50% accuracy at most with me by this point. I probably should have just gone for Earthquake here, because with the attack boost I definitely would KO it, but still. Yep, there we go, Meteor Mash hit, and with that, I believe Caitlin is down for real this time, so weird. I had an earlier point about mentioning that... Oh wait, no, she's not down, because she switched her Mashana earlier. Yeah, remember that? I certainly didn't by this point. But again, this Mashana is pretty much totally worthless, and this Toxic Poison will probably be enough to... Not... Oh wow, another attack boost. Again, it's not gonna help. Well, actually, it might help, seeing as there's a Reflect up now. But... Hate to tell you this, but you probably should give up by this point, and gonna go for Earthquake because I'm out of Meteor Mash. Probably should have used a PP Restore, but I don't really care. Caitlin is down. We'll probably talk more about Caitlin in Black and White 2 Challenge Mode once we actually get there, because I do plan to do that. But for now, Caitlin is gone and only one opponent stands in my way. The champion. Next time, we end this.